Welcome to EDC's video series, EDC Founders Unplugged, Conversations with Iowa Risk Takers. Joining us today is Riley Eynon-Lynch, co-founder of Pear Deck, an Iowa City-based EdTech company. Riley, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Can you tell us a little bit about Pear Deck and why you started the company?
Pear Deck's a company founded by teachers in 2014. We saw technology coming into classrooms, but didn't see a big change in or increase in student engagement, and saw devices distracting students and making it harder for teachers to engage. So we started Pear Deck to make sure that teachers can use the technology in their classroom to engage every student every day.
Great, that's wonderful. So Pear Deck is a technology for teachers to deploy in their classrooms, is that right?
Yep.
Great. And you started it in 2014. So what stage would you describe the business as being in currently?
Yeah, I guess we're in growth stage. We've established a product market fit and are now really developing our product for teachers. Our biggest effort right now is to make sure that we're making good partners of principals and district administrators and other folks in education who are a big part of setting the culture and leadership in their school systems. We started as teachers, made a really teacher-focused product. Teachers and students love it, and we want to make sure we're working with the administrators as well.
Can you tell me a little bit about some of the challenges that you and your other team members have encountered in launching and growing this business?
Yeah. Is there a specific? There's so many challenges, and that is what, of course, makes them good opportunities to feel like we're doing important work.
What maybe is a challenge that is specific to being in a growth stage of a business versus being in the startup mode?
The set of skills, that we're working with a lot more people now. We have about 30 people on the team. And so going from an initial team of 4 to a team of 30, you have many more possibilities and much more power to affect the vision you want to see in the world. But there's just a lot of communication skills and other, a big part of the business becomes about teamwork internally and how you grow that and help your teammates understand the vision and know how their personal visions match that, and sort of what we can all achieve together, even though we of course are different people. So that's not like a challenge in any kind of negative way, but it has become a big focus that I didn't necessarily see when we were just 4 people.
Okay, great. Sort of on the other side of the coin, what do you feel have been your biggest achievements to date, or the biggest milestones you've achieved as a company?
I think maybe it's the same as working together with 30 other people on a problem. And, we've gotten, our usage is growing and our revenue is growing and our user reviews are all really positive, and those maybe are our outward achievements. But to me, orchestrating 30 people to get those achievements, it sort of feels like the biggest internal accomplishment.
Great. So what's the vision? What's your vision of the future for Pear Deck?
So as a company, we're working towards a world where everyone engages with each other with empathy and respect and compassion. And that's where we're headed. I don't know if you mean like how many people you have next year or something more specific, but all of it for us is internal and external, is about interacting with each other with respect and empathy. I don't know how political or whatever your podcast series gets, but we feel like our mission is particularly important these days, and that's a really important part of why we're here in EdTech instead of innovating on finance or something else.
Making a difference. Starting in the classroom, and hopefully that spirals outward.
Yeah.
Awesome. So at what point did you connect with EDC, and what led you to reach out to EDC?
Yeah, I think I first met you all at the EDC in 2010. for another company called Active Grade that was aimed at sort of the same long-term vision, but came at it from the more of a point of view of grading and how it can be supportive of kids by giving compassionate feedback instead of summary judgment. So we met back in 2010 as people who said, I have a problem I want to solve, and I don't know about the business part. Can you please help?
And so then when you started Pear Deck, did you instantly reach out to EDC? Did it take a little while? Did you get to a certain challenge?
I think we just started with the EDC, maybe before we started Pear Deck. It was, it had clearly helped us with Active Grade and knew that with Pear Deck we wanted to be much more ambitious with our business, and I don't know, wanted to get started right with great advice and advisors.
Okay. So what has it meant to have EDC as a resource for you as an entrepreneur and Pear Deck?
From just a baseline level of advice and like bouncing ideas off of you all has been extremely sort of settling or centering to feel like even when I just say something and you don't think it's a bad idea, I'm kind of like, okay, this is a viable track. I'm going to keep digging. I don't know, more like, or I guess on the same sort of tactical level, I've gotten tons of introductions to like-minded entrepreneurs and other industries from you, and connected to recruiters and other business people that I would never have had contacts with myself. For this last year, Kurt has specifically been working with me and our sales team in a very engaged way that has helped us tremendously build our sales organization, which is a place I don't have a lot of experience with. He's been a great support for me setting that up in a really positive way.
That's wonderful. So Riley, these videos are being created to help EDC stakeholders better understand the value of the investment they make in our organization and getting to know our entrepreneurs just a little bit better. Is there anything that you would like to say to EDC's supporters?
Yeah, so for sure, there's just like many, many dollars of revenue that we would not have without your support. So we can, in maybe a more personal conversation, have more conversation about that. Any would-be EDC supporters out there, just let me know if you want to talk about it. But it's really clear to me that our organization would not be as smoothly functioning and highly performing as we are without your help.
Thank you. Riley, thank you for joining us today and for choosing to build your business in Iowa.
Thanks. It's a great place.